to another video. Welcome to a cook with me. Today we are making a whipping cream pound cake. Right now I had already mixed up the butter and the sugar, and we're gonna mix until we get to a very fluffy consistency, and then we're gonna start to add the eggs. Now the eggs that I add one egg at a time. I add one egg and then mix the second egg and then mix again, so on and so forth until I get through to all 6 eggs. Since this calls for 6 eggs, I use the cake flour. I'll show you that a little bit later in the video. It's the Swan's cake flour. The recipe is actually on the back of the box. Now, as you can see, everything's starting to look a little more smoother. We're almost done with adding all of the eggs. Once we get through adding the eggs, we're going to go ahead and add the heavy whipping cream. So now that I have all of my eggs mixed in, we're going to go ahead and add our cake flour. I don't remember how much. Like I said, it's on the box. Once I add my cake flour, I'm going to add that heavy whipping cream. Let's go ahead and get started with the cake flour. It does have to be sifted, so I do have a sifter I'm going to use to go ahead and sift in the cake flour. I usually just go ahead and measure it out. Once I measure it out, then I put it in the sifter to sift it into the mixture. And just so you know, I am going to add the recipe in the description box for this particular whipping cream pound cake from the back of the box. I'll go ahead, I'm going to add that for you guys. We're also going to be making a red velvet cake, and so we'll talk about that a little later. Let's go ahead and get this pound cake done. So after I get the whipping cake flour mixed into the whipping cream pound cake, we're going to go ahead and just start adding the whipping cream, the heavy whipping cream. You add a little at a time and mix it in a little bit more, mix it in. And then when you're done mixing, I think the last thing I'm going to add is going to be the vanilla. But I don't know if I recorded me adding the vanilla in, but I did add some vanilla. And so I do have real vanilla. Like, we got real vanilla back in Mexico. I bought a couple of bottles back with me. I think I gave some away. I think I still have one that I want to give away, but I haven't given it away yet. So we'll do this. We'll give away the vanilla straight from Mexico. I'll give that away to you guys. I'll leave information in the description box on how I will give it away. And I am using the Baker's Joy to go into the pan that I just showed you. It is a 2-step in one. It's a 2-for-1. So it's not like we old time make cakes, like, you know, you have to go in with the hot oil and then you go in with the flour. That's just messy. Just spray a little Baker's Joy. Go ahead and spend that little change. Get that Baker's Joy 2 steps in one. I love it. Don't get me wrong, if I run out, which that probably won't happen, I can do it the old-fashioned way, although I would not like to. saw that the grates were going to be too close together, so I grabbed my gloves so I could move the little grate down because I wanted it in the middle of the oven, and it fit just perfect. So here I just wanted to make sure it was fully done before I took it out, and I kind of moved around and did but the timer went off and it was perfect. So yeah, it was done. So we're gonna get you guys a closer view so you can look at that beautiful cake. Here we go. Looks so delicious, guys. I cannot wait. Here is the beautiful cake. It did kind of stick in some areas, but once I made the icing, I did make the icing myself and put it on top. Y'all, it was so delicious and so moist. So good. I just let the cake cool. I made the whipping cream pound cake. I'm gonna make a red velvet cake in the morning, but yeah, I just put the icing on it, and I just had to get on here and say, y'all, the cake made me jump for Jesus. I done ate a slice. I'm finna go to bed. I done ate a slice. But it don't look like much. Kind of stuck to the pan, but once I put the icing on it, it didn't matter. But I cut me a little slice out of there. Y'all, it had me jumping for Jesus. I'm trying to tell you, it had me jumping for Jesus. Let me just let you see the cake. Cake. And then my little bit right here. Y'all, do y'all see? Y'all don't understand how moist this cake is. And then the outside, y'all, is so crunchy and delicious. Man, make me want to slap somebody, mama. Not mine. Somebody, mama. My mama gone on to glory, but it made me want to slap somebody, mama, here. I'm going to bed, but this is greedy. Nah, it's still warm just a little bit, too. It's good down in my soul, Jesus. Oh, I need to go to bed because this ain't good for me. Oh, I don't even know why I decided to make a cake, Jesus. Oh, help me, Holy Ghost. All right, good night, y'all. Maybe that cake got me one go. Yeah, this good. Yeah, this good. I better wait these folks over the house. This good. Good night. Good night. I'm gone. Welcome back, guys. It's the next day, and I have already started mixing up my ingredients for the red velvet cake. So, right here, I've already put in the Swan's cake flour, sugar, the baking powder, and I'm putting in the salt and then some cocoa powder. We're sipping that all in a bowl. That's all we're doing right now. going to go ahead and mix up my wet ingredients. The wet ingredients is going to be oil, buttermilk, eggs, food coloring, vinegar, and vanilla. So we'll show you all of that, and we'll get that whisk. Once we get that whisk, we're going to use the stand mixer to mix both the wet and dry ingredients together until we get a smooth batter. So now I'm grabbing that vanilla I was talking about that I got from Mexico. It's the Via Vanilla Pure Vanilla Concentrate, and it was made in Mexico. The bottle that I'll be giving away is a 60.9 fluid ounce bottle of vanilla, so it is a pretty big bottle for vanilla. And so, like I said, I'm going to give that away to you guys. So this is what is required for the giveaway for the vanilla. You have to like, share, subscribe, and be the first comment. So not only do you have to be the first to comment on the video once it is posted, you also have to like, share, and subscribe. So you have to be subscribed, you have to be the first comment, like it, and share it. And then once a winner is chosen, I'll send you a message, and you can send me your information so that I can send it to you. So as you can see, I started to mix the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients a little at a time, and we're going to get that all mixed up. It is a beautiful, beautiful red color. I do not like a dark red velvet cake. You can tell it's too much cocoa, but that red vibrant color, you know that the baker has used the correct amount of cocoa, and I just love to see that color come together. 'Cause I've been settling, wasting time, I gotta make up, oh yeah. I need you to set me free, help me Lord, I need to wake up, oh yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
wanted to see. I give you so many words, they be as vast as the sea, but they return to me void, cause I don't move my feet. Lord, I need reiteration. I made it complicated when it's so simple. I need an alteration, Lord.
Alright, so we are done mixing up our cake. I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I have lightly sprayed my cake pan with the Baker's Joy. These are 2 9 by 1.5 inch round cake pans, and I'm just gonna get those in there. Now the recipe that I actually have, it calls for 3 layers, but I always make it out of 2 layers. So if I wanted to make 3 layers, I actually could, but I only did 2 layers. Quick shout out to my sister Angela. She is the one that gave me this recipe, the way that she makes it, and the cake turns out perfect every time. I've turned into quite the little baker when it comes to this particular cake.
But first I gotta wake up, yeah. Rise and shine, give me that high five. God with you is gonna be awesome.
So I'm cutting the cake off. It is done. I've done all the necessary checks to make sure that it is cooked all the way through without singeing the edges or singeing the bottom of the cake. It turned out perfect, and we're gonna go ahead and get them out of the stove so we can actually start the cooling process. And I actually cool them, and once I cool them, I don't even mix up my icing. I don't make my icing until after they're cool. So the cakes are completely cool before I even start with the icing. I let them cool in the pan for a little while, and then I actually add them to a cooling rag. Okay guys, I mixed up the icing. I didn't do the whole frosting that it asked for to make. I only made half of it because Mike doesn't like a lot of icing, and so this is what we have. I'm not a cake decorator, but I do what I can, and I really just sprinkled the nuts on it. So yeah, it is. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna let somebody cut it before he gets here, because he's pretty protective over these cakes, but I already sliced that pound cake. I'm thinking about slicing this red velvet before I go to work, but I'm gonna go lay down. Alright y'all, I'm gone.